What's going on, you guys? It's Cody Steck. Today we have to talk about Xpeng stock because it has absolutely soared over the course of the day here. It started the day off at about 12 or 13% above in pre-market trading and has soared to over 37% gains here on the day. So we're going to be talking about Xpeng and how this stock has absolutely exploded and why it is exploding. You know, it comes on the heels of these electric vehicle stocks who are seeing massive growth right now because everybody's trying to find the next Tesla stock. Tesla stock has been mostly flat for the last couple of months, but these other competitors, especially the ones based in China, are seeing absolute growth. Nio has exploded over the last month, and now it's Xpeng's turn. So we're going to be talking about that stock today here, why the stock has exploded, and what you need to know about going forward. Is it going to pull back? Is it going to continue to surge? What does the future outlook look like for this stock? You know, you have to keep in mind with these EV companies that you're going to see a ton of volatility, especially in the short term. It's taken Tesla numerous years to get to the level where it finally has some stability in the market, and it has sat mostly flat because they are the leader in this market. So everybody's looking for that next stock. They're trying to find the one that is going to see these crazy gains. But keep in mind that Tesla has actually gotten to the point where now they're selling worldwide, and they've gotten to the point where they're profitable. A lot of these Chinese-based EV companies have not broken out into worldwide markets. Some of them lease their own batteries, some of them lease factories. Everybody's in a little bit different situation, whereas Tesla has already built in that vertical integration. So what I want to talk about here is that keep in mind Tesla is definitely the leader in this space. They've got the vertical integration that they need to be successful, and these other companies aren't quite there yet. You know, there's still going to be a ton of volatility, and the success of these companies overall is not yet guaranteed. So just keep that in mind, that these other companies are not profitable and they're actually losing a lot of money, but they are surging based on deliveries and revenue growth. So I want to jump into the charts over here on my computer, but before we do that, this video is sponsored by Webull. Get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you deposit your first $100 into a new Webull account. That's an affiliate link, so I get a little bit of kickback, and I appreciate you supporting the channel here. So if you haven't invested in Webull, it's a great way to get a couple of free stocks, even if you've already got another trading platform that you like to use. I actually signed up because I said, hey, you know, a couple free stocks. I like this different trading platform. Now it's one of the, you know, it's probably the second most popular one that I use. And so I've really liked it. So with that being said, let's jump over here to the charts. Okay, guys, so jumping into the stock, I mean, just look at how much this has absolutely exploded. For the last couple of months, it's been a little bit flat. It had a little drop here, came up a little bit and then dropped again, and then just stayed mostly flat, climbing just a little bit as we went through this very first Nio spike. We had a Nio was increasing at this point here in this chart, and then it had a big little boost right here, came up to about $22 before dropping again down to the $20 mark, and then it has just exploded. I mean, jumping up to about $36 here at the beginning of November, dropping slightly, and again exploding today. Right now sitting at about $46, give or take a little bit. So this stock has absolutely exploded, and it's crazy to see how much it's jumped up. It's jumped up over 37% on the day, and I think this stock is going to see a little bit of pullback here in the next little bit. You might be wondering, so why is this car company actually doing so well? Well, I think it comes down to this information here. Xpeng stocks soars. Xpeng stock soars as China-based EV maker reports more than 4-fold jump in revenue. So it shows that they shot up 37%, 11% in pre-market, and this is based on information that they actually had a third quarter loss that widened from last year, but their revenue and their deliveries jumped up significantly. So this is why we're seeing so much of a growth here on this stock price. So deliveries climbed 265% from last year to 8,578 vehicles. And I think this is the important thing. This is the differentiator for this particular company right here. I want to talk about the Xpeng 7, which is their main sedan that they're releasing right now. Looks like an awesome car. It looks really attractive. You know, one of the things I've always had a kind of beef with like these very early hybrid and electric vehicles is they looked ugly. I mean, like, look at the Nissan Leaf. I don't want to drive that. I don't want to drive a Toyota Prius. It looks ugly. I don't care if it's, you know, good for the environment or anything like that. Like, you know, a lot of people in the market want to drive a car that looks good. And so before Tesla came along, none of these cars looked good. And I think that's a big reason why they didn't see the growth and expansion that they could have. So anyway, this P7 here, great looking car. You can see here that it starts at 229,000 yuan, which if we do a quick calculation here, this puts the price at about $34,768. This is a phenomenal price, and it's lower than what you're going to see the Tesla selling for. The price of the Model 3 with a longer range is now 309,000 yuan. which again, with that calculation, brings us to $46,800. So this is a huge difference here. Going from $47,000 to about $34,000 is a massive difference. And I think that's what's going to set this company apart, is because they're able to capture that lower end of the market. Now, their margins might not be as good. They might not have as much room for growth, but look at a lot of the very most successful companies out there right now in the automotive space. You've got Toyota, you've got Honda. These all sell, their best-selling cars are to the mass market. So I think there is room for a company like this to do very well, even at this lower price range. I think they might see a little bit slower growth overall, but I still think that they're going to see a lot of success. Comparing again to the Nio, the EC6, this price starts at 368,000 yuan, which is roughly $54,000. So that's even more pricey than the Model 3. So I think that, Xpeng is in a very unique spot to be able to expand very rapidly. And this talks about this here a little bit as well. It talks about, look, there's a market for these lower end vehicles, at least in the mass market. There are a lot of people want to switch to these vehicles because they're better for the economy. And it's just nice to have an electric vehicle. There's a lot of bonuses for it. And so I think that's why this stock is soaring as much as it is. So jumping back over here to the chart, we're still sitting at about $46 on this. Is now the time to jump in and actually do something? I don't know, guys. I think this is going to see a massive pullback in the next little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back to, the $40 mark, 41, 42, maybe even below 40 here in the next couple days, just because you've had such a big run up. It's not going to be a surprise to see it pull back just a little bit before continuing onward. Keep in mind, like I said earlier in the video, this company is not yet profitable. Nio's not yet profitable. Tesla is one of the only EV companies, probably the only one that I know of, at least based on my research, that's actually profitable and has gotten to that large scale. So Tesla's still way far ahead, but these other companies are catching up very quickly. And I think that, given the market cap of these companies, give it 3 to 5 years and this company is going to be seeing massive success. So that's kind of my review here on the Xpeng stock for the day. I think it's highly elevated. I would not buy in today. I'd probably wait and see how it pulls back tomorrow. I think it will pull back. I could be wrong, but I think it will pull back. So if you've been wanting to get in the stock and you want to hold it for the long term, I would wait until tomorrow, see if it pulls back to somewhere in that low 40 mark, maybe even under it if you can, and then buy in. I actually was lucky enough to buy into the stock down here in the $20 range. And so I'm my portfolio is sitting very happy with this recent increase in the price. So obviously that's unrealized as of yet, but I do think this company is going to continue to grow, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock closing in on $60 by first or second quarter of next year with a realistic, stable stock price in that range. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stick around for more stocks, money, and real estate, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one.